Good evening. This is the Ohm service. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service live with me, Mark SoulOhm Reviews, and Kris from Lethal Coils. Good evening, everybody, and good evening to chat as well. Hope you're all well. Kris, how the heck are you?
I am doing fantastic, thank you, Mark. Good to see you, and thank you guys, everybody in chat, for showing up with us. I am doing just dandy. I've got a new camera. Look at this new camera. Holy cow, you guys are seeing me clear. Don't run away.
He's looking alright, ain't he? I can chill now. I've got cold. I've got a cold, can't believe it. You know that horrible tickly bit at the back of your throat with the noses?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And you know that... I've got that. So like, I'm alright through the day, but first thing in the morning and last thing at night, it seems to be getting me really badly. So yeah, not too great. So who we got in chat tonight? We have got BFG, Billy, Ian, Village, Smurf. Good evening, Smurf. Who else we got? Bill Richards, Vaping Irish, Ian, WP Ward. Hello, Kris, Spanner.
Big love to
Diane.
Bill there.
So we've got a fair few in chat. Good evening. I've just been messing around with chat just down. No, that way, Mark. I've just tried to put it in this section here so you can see it was a little bit bigger. So the guys that are watching it on the big screen, just let me know if that looks all right. I know you're not going to get the full effect of chat light, but you can see us a bit more. That was the idea. So you could see us a bit more. And also I could put me little like icon there. I thought that would be a good idea. So Kris, it has been a week and a bit.
It has been a week. Feels a little bit longer because of stress and all the events that have been going on over the past week, but it does feel like it's been longer than a week.
Yeah. So, what have you been vaping on? What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Me? What am I vaping on? Let's start with that. We'll go with the Vupu Dragon Profile RDA.
Ooh.
Very pretty gold. I love gold. On the SP with the FP, another great combo. As I had yesterday, the Suicide Queen and Equitas set up. And this one I just set up last night, but I've got the this is actually this is the review item that cost me my strike. But I've got the truck and the Bonza, the original Bonza.
Nice.
And I like that one too. For juice, I do have
sorry,
the Dead Rabbit with the brass butcher cap on it. Oh, hey, look.
Are you hiding something?
There we go.
Look at
Holy cow.
that.
I am hiding something. I'm hiding something because it needs a review done. And
you can show it. Go on, let's have a look. Oh, very nice.
yeah, it's a bit dirty. I've been using it quite a lot.
Hi, Lynn.
Good evening, Lynn. But yep, on the Bonza, in the Bonza and the Equitas, what I'm running is, I just did a review for this morning. Pancake House, Blueberry Flapjacks. Are you going to focus at all?
It's getting there. It's nearly there. I can see it. I can see it. I can see Pancake House.
Yeah.
I can see
that's
the
Blueberry
one.
Flapjacks. And
Red
that
Fox. Hiya.
Oh man, Red, how are you? Secrets don't make friends. That's right. Absolutely. But I'm running that in the Equitas and the Bonza. On the profile RDA, I have Blue Dragon, which is another juice that I did this morning a review for, and that is a blueberry custard, and I also have that running in the FP as well.
Ooh. How are you getting on with that FP?
I'm loving it. I've loved it since I got it, which was over a month and a half ago, I'd say.
Are you still rocking it on single coil?
That was the latest build that I put in there, and that's still in there, yeah. I want to actually take that out once I empty this tank, and I want to put in another set of duals, but right now I'm just rocking the single.
Cool. Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. So how about you, Mark? What are you... Oh, wait. Hold on. Radio. What am I listening to in my radio? Well, I don't listen to radio, but I do have YouTube playlists that I play quite often while I'm working or doing whatever, and there, a lot of old school Metallica and Justice for All album.
Oh, and Justice, brilliant album.
I love that album so much. Listening to a lot of Mushroom Head and who was the other? There was another bigger band that I've been listening to. Nonpoint. There we go. Nonpoint.
Really?
What about you, Mark? What are you vaping on? What's in your stereo?
What am I vaping on? Right. Basically, I'm vaping on mainly testing stuff at the present moment. Obviously, I have got me Go Kenny set up, which I am thoroughly enjoying. If anyone does get a chance, go and check out Reverend Vape's review of the Vindicator. Absolutely brilliant review. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I think he's in chat. Yes, he is in chat. Give him a shout and obviously go and check his channel out. Absolutely brilliant. In that, I have got what have I got? I've got the Gloop. I forget which one it is. The hazelnut cookie. See, I haven't got mine on Zoom. Really do.
I don't know what mine's on. I just plugged and played.
Got that. I have obviously got my Paragon tank that I did a review of this week. That's still on the graffiti mod, and I have got what have I got? The Karma Pom Berry Lime Breeze. There you go. Which is very nice. Very nice.
Nice bottling.
Yeah.
Nice marketing there. I like the non-flashy.
Yeah, I do like that. And it's got obviously it's very almost like a Celtic design on it.
Yeah. That Celtic knot.
Yeah, real nice. So I'm on that. What else am I on? Oh, I'm testing this one. This is the Vaptio. I'm gonna have to remember its name. Only problem with these things, you can never remember the name. Is it the Cosmo? Yeah, the Cosmo kit. Little tiny little 1,100 milliamp hour battery. You've got a 2mm tank on there. It does mouth to lung and direct to lung. And yeah, it's a cute little banger. It's got variable wattage, sort of. You've got low, medium and high. You've got a little switch there that it switches onto. So I'm testing that at the moment, and to be honest with you, it's cracking.
That looks like a nice little mod.
It's a lovely, cute little mod, honestly. I'm well impressed. And I'm impressed with the actual flavour I'm getting off it, to be honest with you.
It looks like it's slightly reminiscent of your G-Class there, your SX Mini.
Oh, yeah, of course. It just looks like a G-Class, that, yeah. And this, I have got IVG Salt Bubblegum, which is quite nice, to be honest with you.
How do you get on with those IVGs?
I do like it. It's nice. This is 20 milligram, this one.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's pure.
Oh, yeah. We got 35 in our Rolo badge and Soaring drops.
Yeah, we can't get that in this country, unfortunately. And last but not least that I'm reviewing, I will be doing this coming up next week. Sorry, 2. This is the Nova tank from BNI. Really do like this one. It's a postless deck. Thoroughly enjoying it. The only thing that I don't like is obviously the drip tip, but we'll talk about that another time. Overall, great little RDA. Oh, flavour's gorgeous on it. Absolutely. And then I'm looking at this thing. Yes.
It almost looks like the Smock Marshall.
This is the, I forget its name as well. This is the Mad Pull from a company called Cool Vapor. 2018 650, it goes up to 200 watts, and it's got this camo, and the display's down at the bottom there.
All right. And
it comes with a fanny pack. I'm saying fanny pack because you don't know what I mean.
Yes, I do. We have fanny packs.
How cool is that? It fits in your mod
awesome.
in there, and obviously it fits on the side of your belt.
That's like my my mech mod bag.
Yeah.
It's got the little straps.
Yeah, that's your fanny pack.
Yeah, that's my fanny pack.
How cool is that? You've got little
It's my
bits
survival
here.
kit.
You've got little bits here to put your juice in, and then on the inside you've got like to shove the actual mod in, or mod down the side there, and some
Or you
batteries.
could even clip a meat pod to the front of that thing or something too.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It is a little nice.
So that is coming up for review next week. All that good stuff, except obviously for that. So that's it. That's basically what I have been vaping on. Obviously getting this cold. I've not been vaping too much. I've been vaping some menthol at work. In my stereo, I have been listening to Planet Rock most of the time. It's a so like one of them digital radio stations. You can get it on YouTube, not YouTube, but you can get it on internet, and obviously it's on DAB radio at work. And that's what basically I have been listening to. So yeah, so like a mixture of from anything from AC/DC to Metallica to your classics, Wolf, Iron Maiden, all that good stuff. Ozzy Osbourne, play a lot of Def Leppard, a lot of Led Zeppelin. It's just pure rock. Saxon was on, Pink Floyd was on. Yeah, so Skid Row, Guns N' Roses, all that.
Pink Floyd and the Doors at the same time.
Yeah, they do. Doors.
Well, not at the same time,
well,
but around the same age.
Yes, Timmy, I best not put that down in a sandbox. Yeah, it's me Iraqi one. It's cool. I really do like it. Look
at that. I gotta make an adjustment for Sinner.
He's got to make an adjustment for Sinner. Why? What you done now, Sinner? What are you doing?
There we go, Sinner. That should help you out a little bit with your OCD.
Well, what are you doing?
My hat.
I missed that bit.
Oh, he said, where'd it go? If I ever meet Kris, I'm going to have to bend the peak on his hats. The straight peak is driving me nuts. At least Mark knows how to rock an actual baseball cap, and he's not even American.
I can't be doing with snapbacks, sorry. I look an absolute idiot with a snapback. I really do. In fact, 1 second. I'll prove this.
He's going to prove it to us. Love the pants. Rinko. It doesn't look that bad. Oh,
no, me and snapbacks. No, just don't. I've always found that snapbacks, I always end up, they're always too big for me. They're way too big for me. Orion, good evening, Orion's braces. Alan, good evening to you, sir. I hope everything is okay. Just thought I'd give you a shout out. So, anything in the news this week for you?
Well, as of this morning, I've resumed recording for review videos. I woke up very early this morning. I'm getting my rear end on an appropriate sleep schedule. I'm getting up first thing in the mornings, and I'm gonna go bed early. I need to get on a better sleep schedule. I think that's been a big part of my problem lately, is that I'm only been getting, between 3.5, 4 hours of sleep a night, and that's not good for me or anybody. So I'm working on getting my butt into a better schedule, better routine.
Yeah.
Doing some recording this morning. Not only doing some recording, got the editing done and uploaded 2 new videos this morning. So that was a pleasant change for me. I'm going to be working on some more for this coming week. I have some vape mail that's come in today, and I've had some vape mail coming in. Well, I have some vape mail coming in tomorrow, and some other point in time. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to show up because I didn't
Chris,
get a tracking number.
can I just hold you there for a second? I've just read
Sure.
what Red Fox has just mentioned. They're going to announce a statewide flavour ban in Cali here as soon as, if they haven't already.
SB 82. SB 82. You're absolutely right. That was something that I heard. Actually, I tuned in to watch the replay of the 510 report from Grim Green,
Yeah, I ain't seen it
where he went over the whole thing. And it's a horrible, horrible thing, Red. I'm sorry that you guys have to go through with this.
So, what bit do you know about it?
Well, I know it's going to remove all flavors from everything everywhere. In stores, it doesn't affect online sales, but it does affect in stores all over the state. Flavors are being ripped off the shelves. It's going to be straight tobacco. That's it.
What about menthol? Is that all right?
Menthol is flavored. As far as I know, and it's in my head, it makes sense. But menthol is a flavor.
Oh gosh. So is that a direct, complete utter ban, or is sort of like how we do our nicotine, where we can add our nic? Will you be able?
No, they're eliminating flavors altogether.
Complete flavors altogether.
Completely. Aside from online, like I said, online sales are not going to be affected, so you can still buy it online. But as far as in shops and vending machines, which, like Grim said last night, I have never, ever seen a vending machine with vapor products in it.
No, I've got to admit I haven't. But
so it's going to be ripped out of all shops and out of vending machines. So it's a horrible, horrible thing for not even San Francisco, sorry, for California right now.
Because let's face it, if it's going to go to California, it's going to ricochet everywhere else.
Oh, yeah. Once California seems to be the trendsetter here in the U.S. as far as bills and things like that go. Once California does it, a couple other states will do it. And once they see that start to take off, everyone's going to do it. And so that's not a good outlook for the industry here in the U.S.
It is crazy, absolutely crazy. Well, all I can say is to not only you, Chris, all my fellow American vapors. It's today is a sad day. It really is. It's a very, very sad day for American vapors. It really is, because once, like we've just said, once that starts, that will ricochet through the whole of America.
If it hasn't, I don't believe it's passed yet. It's being introduced by several Democrats, but no, Democrats or Republicans, I don't remember. But there are several politicians that are introducing this bill into Congress, and they're going to vote on it, and hopefully it doesn't pass. Hopefully it remains the way it is now. But if in the case that it does pass, I estimate about 6 months before it actually takes place.
Yeah.
Before they start to really enforce it. But if that's actually the way it's going to go, is anybody's guess.
It upsets me. It really does upset me.
I think it upsets a lot of people. I'm in the same boat as you.
Besides obviously the vapors themselves, the amount of people that it's going to put out of work just by doing this.
And how many people are going to go back to smoking? If the only thing left is tobacco flavors, what's going to stop them from going back to smoking?
Well, hopefully that doesn't it doesn't deter them from going back to smoking, but it's sort of like serious.
And it's going to piss a lot of menthol smokers off too.
Yeah, because I've got quite a few drivers that sort of like they just vape on like mentholy type vapes.
Yeah.
But honestly, that is really bad news. Really is. That's
absolutely horrible.
For some strange reason, I just don't understand the FDA. They don't listen. They just don't listen to anybody besides themselves, and they've made up their mind, haven't they?
Yes, they have. And there's nothing strange about that. We all feel the same. They are just messed up in the head. They have their priorities all wrong. They're looking and focusing in all of the wrong directions rather than where they need to be.
So, on that sad note, we'll go for a bit of a lighter note. So, you've got some vape mail. So, do you want to tell us about your vape mail?
I would love to, as long as you do not mind me stealing the camera.
I don't mind.
All right, so a very, very, very good friend of mine, won't mention any names, actually sent me a package. And in that package came the very camera I am using now, the Logitech C920. Love it. Love it so far. It's coming in way clearer than my piece of crap C110 that I had. In the same package came a Addy stand with a little tank on the front there. Look at that, huh? Actually, that almost.
You can
Are
almost
you not going to do it now?
You can see it now.
Yeah, you can really see it. It did. There it is.
Just to make you feel a little bit better, Kris.
Yeah.
We're bros
Look,
now.
you have one too. We're
bros now.
We're bros. We're matching. Matchy matchy. And in that also came a few RDAs.
Mm.
We have the VGod Elite Series RDA. Now that I can do this, I'm going to do this all the time. There we go, the VGod RDA. We have the, I'm not going to see that. Oh yeah, you can see that. That is the Njord and RDA by, who's that by? Morten in Owen, Norway. Oh no, adamvapes.uk. Okay. And we also,
that's the guy that designed it.
Morten?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Morten Owen. That's his full name. Okay, yeah. And then in Norway. All right, cool. See the things I don't know that I'm learning. I have the RDTA, but also today I now have a Wasp Nano. Can't wait to try that one out. Yay! I can't wait. I can't wait. That was, I believe, well, in that package I also got some Japanese candies. Gotta love those. And I got some business cards. Oh wait, whoops, I just gave it away. Thank you very much, Mark. Big love to you, buddy. Also, we've got, where's my scissors real quick? We've got another package here, which I haven't opened yet. That's why I've got scissors, so that I can. There we go. And this is my shipment of wire. We've got some 0.3 ribbon wire. We've got 36 gauge nichrome 80 from my outer wrap wires. We got some stainless steel. We got some more stainless steel. Beautiful. And also, we've got a bottle of e-juice.
Ooh.
This is the Lightning Vapes Max VG 30 mils of fried flurry, which I do believe that was like a fried ice cream. It is. It's supposed to be a fried vanilla ice cream. So that's going to be one that comes up for review soon too. So that's that mail. And then one more, which is going to be easy because I know what that is too. It's only one thing. And that is here in my Amazon bag. Oh yeah, look, don't even need scissors for that one. And this is my brand new Elisi S4 smart charger.
Ooh.
And I'm super happy with this. Why? Because it's compatible with 20 and 21700 cells, unlike the IntelliCharger Nightcore. I believe I have the D4. Yes, I have the D4, and I also have the eFest Luck V2, and neither of those fit 21700s or 2700s comfortably at all. I have to really kind of cram them in there.
I've got the what's it now? The eFest, yeah, eFest 6 charge, and that'll do 2700s, but not 21. So I'm gonna have to get another one.
How? They're the same length.
Are they the same length? It is
Yeah,
tight.
20. Because here's the way the batteries are labeled.
Yes, I know. I'm just
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just needed to.
Yeah, it's
remind you
it's
then.
20 round, 70 long. Zero's it's the battery that's round.
Cool. It actually has bays that are designated for the larger batteries. The two outside bays are larger in diameter than the two inside middle bays.
Why have they done that?
Well, I don't know. They could have just made it a little wider and made them all compatible with 2700s, but it looks like
so.
Oh, and beautiful, and it fits just perfect, and I don't have to cram it in there. But that was upside down. Beautiful. I can't wait to use that thing in a little while. Anywho's, that's what I had for vape mail.
That is awesome.
It is. I'm very, very, very happy, pleased. Yeah, no, I'm.
You're very,
more than
very
pleased.
happy, pleased.
I'm happy, pleased. Super
JJ,
happy, pleased.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Doug, hello.
Even charge triple battery as well in the Galeesi.
So what's it charging them at? Is it all...
That one, I believe, charges... 1 amp for... Okay. 2 amps for one battery, 1 amp for two, and 0.5 amps for 3 to 4. So it depends on how many cells you're using.
And Timmy has just got some Union Jack Doc Martens. That is so cool.
Oh.
It does take a while to break your Doc Martens in, but once you broke them in, they're so comfy.
Docs are great.
Oh, Docs are...
I've actually got... I have Dickies boots.
Okay.
I like Dickies.
I always remember as a kid, we used to sort of like... Always wanted a pair of Doc Martens, but my mum used to buy monkey boots instead because they were cheaper.
Just don't put red laces in them. You'll be fine.
Red laces.
You don't.
Why?
The skinheads. You don't. They used to wear Doc Martens with red laces.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
As in the Banana Song Dickies? I don't think so. I'm fairly certain no is the correct answer to that question.
Aren't Dickies, they're the ones that do all the PPE and all that, aren't they? All the health and safety gear.
Don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure most of my work
I don't know
clothes
who the Dickies are.
Who the Dickies are them?
Who in the Dickens? No, not Dickens, Dickies.
Dickies. We'll not ask that question again. What you asked me this afternoon. What that certain thing was.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's ask the. No.
Well, go on then. You can do. A certain person messaged me today and turned around to me and asked me what a TOSSER is. I thought it was so cute. Yeah, SSER. I thought it was so cute. I called him a right wanker, like, but there you go.
You know?
Not knowing.
I have no idea.
Do you know, that's one thing I do love. It's so like, I mean, we talk on a regular basis, literally every day. And even though we speak the English language, there are these things that crop up that sort of like makes us slightly different. It's like, because we talk about vaping, we talk about this, that and the other, and in general conversation we sort of like kind of know exactly what we're talking about, but it's them little nuances, them little tiny little things that's like, never heard that before.
It's like this was on, I can't remember, maybe it was the UK Vape Show, I'm not sure, but actually I think it was. But Mark and Vic were actually talking about the differences between like American pudding and the UK pudding. Like, it's very different. Because you guys have a texture to yours. It's more like a bready kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is not. Ours is...
Well, it's like your cheesecake as well. Your cheesecake is totally different to ours.
Yeah.
Ours is more of an eggy type of cheesecake, where yours is more of a creamy.
We use a heavy sour cream base to it, or cream cheese base rather, not sour cream. That would be just yucky. Just yucky. I like his salad. Yeah. What?
What?
Oh, it's someone who throws things, a tosser. Like his salad. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh.
Well, Sinner likes American cheesecake. That's one thing for you.
It is. I love American cheesecake. And I make a mean one, Sinner, so you got to come over to the States soon.
What's MF Vapes on about? You mean back bacon? Missed that bit of the conversation.
Oh, Betty Backfat. MF Vape, big love, brother. I didn't even realize you were in here.
Yeah.
Big love.
Want to give him a big congratulations on hitting 2,000 subscribers? Well, actually, it's 2,000 plus. So big congratulations.
At the time of picture.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's very nice.
So, go on. Sorry.
Other last bit of news that I have is in regards to next week's show, actually. And Mark, you and I have talked about this. I don't know if you've let the other people know.
No,
everybody.
not at all.
Well, Mark will be out of town next week. That being said, there will still be an Ohm Service Live. It will be with me, and I will have a very special guest, Jules Mama Vapes.
Awesome!
I can't wait. It's going to be a great show.
Awesome!
Because I know that if I'm on by myself, I can already tell you it's going to be exactly like my show. There's going to be some dead air there. So the way I see it, I can escape that by bringing on a guest.
Well, I mean, let's face it, if you're having Jules, she'll look after you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And she's gorgeous. Absolutely. What a wonderful girl
she's a great person.
She really is. So where will we be able to watch you? Because obviously, will this
right
be
here
on your...
Oh, not right here, because we're on YouTube right this second. But that'll be on Facebook, because you're right. I still have that 3-month ban from YouTube for going live. Which actually, we talked about this the other day during my live. I know that you and I had talked about this a bit before on the show. Another thing that I didn't actually think about is, why did they put a ban on me going live? Why would they have done that? The issue was with a video that I uploaded, not with a live stream. So you'd think it would make more sense for them to put a ban on me uploading new content rather than a ban on my going live.
I think the way that they do it is... I'm only totally guessing. I don't know the true answer to that one. But what I'm guessing is so like they've got to punish you somehow, but they've got to punish you in a way that won't affect them. So for argument's sake, you're monetizing your videos. Obviously, that means that obviously adverts are coming up on your videos. So obviously they're making money. But on a live show, yeah. So that's the only reason. And to be honest with you, why they give a ban on anything? If this, I mean, especially so like, if it was your second strike, then yeah, I could appreciate it.
Right.
But if it's your first strike and it's your first ever strike you've ever had on your channel, for whatever reason it may be, giving this strike should be punishment enough. For me personally, when I was striked for virtually the same reason a few months back, I didn't get a live stream ban.
No.
So no, not at the time. No. So yeah, it must be something that's only just come in. Only just. I would say in the last 6-7 months or something like that. I can't remember exactly when I got my strike. It probably is about 7 months ago, maybe a bit more. But yeah, it's unfortunate, that one.
It is.
So how long you got until you are back up and live?
2.5 months.
Still?
Well, yeah, roughly that. About maybe 2 months and a week. It's only been a few weeks since I got that strike, and it's killing me inside slowly, but it is. I see they didn't, Jerry, they didn't. They blocked my live streams, and I didn't do what they said I did during a live stream. It was a video that I had uploaded that was not live, It was pre-recorded. I edited it and I uploaded it myself. There was no live stream that any of this occurred on. So the fact that they even took that away from me just doesn't make much sense. If you know, people agree with that, and you know, they agree with it. But that's just my opinion on it. I think that they should have just, it would have made more sense to do the video thing, like stop me from uploading videos rather than going live. But you're absolutely right. For a first offense, for a first strike,
yeah,
I don't think that's, I think that's way over the top, to be honest. But I mean, I guess people are taking copyright infringement to a whole nother level now. So
I mean, especially we here in the UK and Europe, we've got the looming, was it Article 13? We are really gonna be absolutely screwed, is the only other word for it. If it goes through the legislations, from what I'm understanding, I'm only still learning about it myself, so Article 13 of the EU copyright ruling, things like in the background, I'm going to have to be careful because, you know, like wearing this AC/DC t-shirt, I won't be able to wear anything like that because I haven't got the copyright for this. And it's sort of like, yeah, I'm going to have to be careful what the background looks like. I'm going to have to be careful exactly what content I've got. And if they deem it, it just won't be uploaded. So yeah, we're under threat real big time. YouTube creators. I'll get the word out completely. So regarding you going on YouTube, I'm still not. I've been looking into seeing if you could obviously go live via my channel, and from what I can understand is that you are not allowed. If YouTube, obviously, you get caught, then I would get a strike.
Right.
So from what I'm understanding, so it would have been nice if you'd have gone on this channel anyway.
Hey there, ID Voca.
Yeah, for Red Fox, that's what I'm going to plan on doing, is just wear my whole, just SoulOhm everywhere.
Yep. Jerry, they may not have done that for you. I'm just telling you what they've done for me, man. That I just know my video was removed, but they also gave me a 3-month ban from going live because of that video. It wasn't a live. I'm just, like I said, you know, what they did to you, with you is probably very different, but I'm just, all I can give you is the information that I have. And I'm not going to pull any punches. I don't do that.
Professor, good evening to you, sir. Yeah, I think it's I could understand it if it was like your second strike. Yeah, we need to properly punish you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously your first strike. I mean, let's face it, everybody
screws up. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, and let's face it, both our strike was really a very grey area, to be honest with you. Let's be right. I mean, all we was doing was reviewing a product. Now, the legitimacy of that product is between the two companies that actually have the original design and who actually made a copy of it. That is not our piece. We was just reviewing a product. And to be honest with you, like we said before in the other shows, really that is not our responsibility. Who made what and who owns the copyright to it. We was just reviewing a product, and obviously if that product was a bad product, actually we're doing a service. If it's a good product, we were doing a service, but we was just doing a service. So the way that they went about it, I think, was a little bit wrong, but that's...
Well, even if it's not, you know, a decent product, even if it's got flaws, even more so than if it's a good product, if it's got flaws in it, people need to know that, you know, because I know that the company, that the original manufacturer might be upset that there are clones out there, but the clones are not going to stop being produced, and people are still going to buy them. But if they don't know about these clones, they could be getting hurt, and I don't think that the industry is really out for that. They're not. I don't think that they're thinking about that. I think that they're more focused on the money, to be honest with you, and that's sad, but it's just kind of a cruel fact of life at this point.
I mean, let's face it, we've talked about this before. It doesn't matter what walk of life you're on, there's always going to be someone copying it or a version of it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's from clothing to watches to cars to food, even. I mean, there's even clone juicers. Andy Summerfield, good evening to you, sir. So, I mean, you will never stop it. I mean, and let's face it, China is the clone capital of the world. I mean, literally, they will clone everything. So it's not like it's ever going to stop it. And by putting strikes against YouTubers, especially those little lads, you know what I mean? It's sort of like, come on. I mean, let's face it. I mean, the actual...
Less than 300 viewers or subs.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. How many actual... What we're going to get? 1,000 views, if that?
Yeah.
On any one video. I mean, it's not like we're getting tens of thousands of views. So it's not like there's a mass sort of like... We're not Grim Green or Vaping with Vic that's going to get loads and loads and loads of views on it and all that. Like, we're so small. It's so like...
We're not a 10K reviewer.
No, I mean, we're tiny. Not. And even in the reality of it all, if you start looking at YouTube, even a 10K reviewer is small. Yeah. It's a small reviewer when you think about it.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, tiny. So going after us...
doesn't make any sense.
I can't see what point they're making, to be honest with you. I really don't. But
I'm going to change to live chat there. But MF Vapes, you're absolutely right, brother. VapeTube. VapeTube. That's where I'm going to be going. I am going to be doing some clone reviews because I have primarily, well, not primarily, but I have a good amount of clone devices.
Well, you've got to ask the question, though, even though VapeTube, how long is it before they're going to go after them?
Who knows?
Do you know what I mean? I mean, let's face it, YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world besides, obviously, Google. And, obviously, VapeTube is a lot smaller. But, eventually, if they're cutting onto it, that, they're going there, they could happen.
Right. I just want to say hi to Saint. You're a dick. I love you, buddy. Yeah, no watery farts. Come on now. Not today.
I'm not even going to ask.
My vape, every time I was vaping last week, remember? He was saying that they sounded like watery farts. Oh, no. That was on MF TVP last week on Saturday. That's when that was. My vape was so juicy that it sounded just like a watery fart.
Oh, lovely. Professor Vapes has just turned around and said, you need to look further. Most vendors will post your vids on their sites. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, you do. Your videos do get out a bit more than what you realise compared to sort of like the figures that you get on YouTube, because they're so like not very accurate. I always remember when I was uploading little ditties with my music, and I would probably get 60 something views on YouTube, and a couple of the other sites that I used to post it to, I used to get a few thousand views, especially in America and that. And it was so like, yeah, so you know that your actual videos are getting out there more than you realise.
Yep.
So talking about Jules, hello Jules.
Yes, there she is now.
So, getting back to your live show next week, the Ohm Service Facebook edition, which channel will it be on? Have we got a link or anything?
What channel will it be on? It'll be on Facebook. It'll be on my profile page.
On your profile page. Have you got a link to that?
I do. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, he's a star.
Of course.
We'll get that in chat, and then obviously everyone knows where to go.
There we go.
Hello, Gail. Goals. Hope you're all right.
Bam. There you go. There you go.
And Zan. Good evening, sire.
Zan?
Yeah, Zan's in the house.
Buddy.
In the house. On about Zan.
He's been on my Twitch lately the past couple of days.
You're getting right into this gaming thing, are you now?
I always have been. I have always been a gamer since I can remember. Even growing up, I used to play on the old NES systems, the old Sega Genesis, the Atari. My mom has a Commodore 64.
Cool.
Yeah, old school stuff, man. But then I kept on graduating. I learned how to build PCs, built my own for about 10 years ago,
Mm.
actually. Built it to last me at least 5 years so that I could keep up with all the new games coming out. And 10 years later, still running.
Mm. So how's this online Twitch, is it?
Yep,
How's that
Twitch
going?
streaming. It's going well. I did my first test last night.
Mm.
I haven't streamed on Twitch before, so it's taking some getting used to. But
Mm.
I'm actually using a different broadcasting software now rather than just straight up OBS. I'm actually using the Streamlabs OBS,
All right.
their newer version.
Mm. What do you
So
think to
working,
Streamlabs?
I like it. It's
Mm.
so far it's very easy to use.
Mm.
It's It's, I mean, I've got some experience with the original OBS,
Mm.
so for me, it's very easy to use.
Mm.
I can only say that for someone who's getting into it, it'll be very easy to learn and get into it, get involved and to know the program, get streaming, get recording. You guys,
So
the
is
Streamlabs.
Twitch mainly just for gaming then?
A lot of people do. They use it for gaming. Some people use it for other kinds of themes as well.
Mm.
I'm not so sure there's too many. TBD, how are you, buddy? Um,
TBD. Good
I'm
evening,
not sure
sir.
how many other people use it for purposes other than gaming, but I know that primarily you're right. It is a game streaming kind of platform.
Mm. So what game are you playing?
Right now, well, last night I was streaming some Diablo 3,
Mm.
and this morning while I was waiting for my mail, I decided I was going to go live for a little bit, and I was playing Elder Scrolls 5, or yeah, 5, 4. Nope, 5.
Mm.
5. 4 was Oblivion. 5 is Skyrim. I absolutely love that game.
Mm.
Um, Other than that, I've been playing some GTA 5. Well, Grand Theft Auto 5, sorry.
Mm.
Um,
I know what you meant.
no, you
I'm,
did,
I,
but some others may not.
I'm not that old, and yeah,
Yes, you are. No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
Nah,
But that's been about it. But it's been a neat little adventure, kind of trying to experience the world of Twitch and streaming there and learning. The biggest thing that I love about the different platforms that I do my lives on and do recording and video uploading to is learning the broadcasting software and how to set everything up so that it will work with certain websites and certain platforms, such as Twitch, where you've used OBS. I don't know how many times you use it for YouTube. I'm sure you understand what it takes and going and finding your stream key and having all of your video stuff set up and focused and working properly. But it's primarily working with the learning the stream servers and getting the stream keys from the stream key from Twitch, the stream key from Facebook, or the
Do we
stream
have a
key
link?
from
Do we have a link so people can check you out?
Twitch. To Twitch, yes.
Yes, to your Twitch account.
To my Twitch. I get that right now.
Just wanted to get back. We got a question in chat from Professor Vapes. So, question: do you? Well, that's it. I mean, it's moving that quick. I can't read it. Where are we, Professor? Come back. So, a question: do any of you think Article 13 will affect you? So, in chat, does anybody know much about Article 13?
No.
It's something that you all need to have a look at, especially if you are a YouTube creator in the EU. You really do need to have a look at that.
Does that affect people outside of the EU?
Not really. No, it's an EU new law. It's all to do with copyright and to protect people's copyright. But the way that they've drawn up the article, the best way of explaining it is that they've not thought about the implications of the actual article, if you understand my meaning. I'm probably not explaining that very well. But
well, they're putting more responsibility on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah. So it's going to be a serious one for us YouTube creators. In fact, it will probably end up we will not be able to see a lot of American content.
Oh.
Yeah. So it is quite serious. So things like watching you now, obviously that snap back you thing,
that's gonna hurt you guys.
Yes. So guys, I'm not going to go into it too much because, to be honest with you, I'm only genuinely learning myself. I've only started learning a little bit, so I don't want to say too much because I don't know the full ramifications of it. But what I do know is it's really serious.
Yeah, it looks like one part of that is going to be the links thing in your descriptions. Even a link to like a newspaper article would be considered IP infringement.
Yep. If you take a snippet from another video, no, you can't do it.
Yep.
We have a law that's called fair usage.
Yep, we have that too.
So obviously it's like at the beginning of my videos, on all my videos, I've got the Yorkshire Television bit. Now that was a TV company here, obviously in the UK, that came out, I think it finished in probably 88, 89, somewhere around that, and obviously the ITV, the Independent Television Broadcasting Corporation, merged all together. Instead of having little outlets, we used to have like London Weekend Television, Granada Television, Yorkshire Television, Tyne Tees, and it was more of a local area television broadcasting company.
Okay.
And what they did was they all merged together to make one ITV.
Local network television.
Yeah, independent TV basically. So obviously Yorkshire Television doesn't exist anymore, but because of their fair usage, I can get away with it because it's only about a couple of seconds long, the intro. But with the Article 13, I won't be able to use that because I don't have the copyright to it.
Damn.
So it's just silly little things like that.
Use, all the stuff that I have on my videos, as far as graphics and stuff, that's all. All I ever look up is copyright free stuff. I don't use other media. I will be using music from a band out here once I get down to see my buddy. I'm gonna end up going to the jam room. They're gonna record me an entire instrumental version of their whole album, and they're going to all write me out a letter stating that I have permission to use this content, which is exactly what YouTube wants. That's what they've requested, and that's what I'm going to give them, and I'm going to be able to use this music. But if you don't have some sort of proof that you have, the right to use these, then
I've been problems. You know how I do my reviews? Obviously, I have my up and close section, and obviously it has music in it. I've always used YouTube's audio library.
That's what I use.
But I make my own music, and I'd be mega tempted to use my own music because I do sort of like soundscape music and things like that. I've got loads of that type of stuff, basically me doodling on piano or guitar or whatever, which would be perfect for me little up and closey sections. But I've always been worried to actually use it just in case that I have to go through the rigmarole of just trying to prove that I own that music.
Yeah, it can be a fine line.
Yeah, so it's sort of like that's why I've never really done it. I mean, quite a few people have asked me I ought to do it, like, but it's sort of like yeah. It's just that I don't know about you, but even though we are creators and we're supposed to have that freedom of creation and things like that, we can, because of the guidelines and how that it's very loosely guidelined, and it's sort of like, well, is this a grey area or not a grey area? And because there's no one in YouTube to really talk to and get a straight answer, I think we're always frightened, especially from my experience. It's sort of like, do I do this or don't I do this? Am I gonna? If I do this, am I in the right or wrong? Or you know? And it's sort of like, yeah, it does bother me. So that's why I use YouTube Audio Library.
Yes, I think we're at the 2-minute mark.
We are at the 2-minute mark. We'll probably go over a little bit. So if anyone has got any questions, now's your time.
Guilty until you prove innocent is a great new Nazi ploy. It's nothing new about that, my friend. Nothing new about that. You are all guilty until proven innocent. That's just the way it works. And they say it's innocent until proven guilty, but that's not even accurate. Not even a little bit. You're
Article. Well, we're on about Article 13. It will be interesting, especially for this country, if we leave the EU before that actually comes in. What does Bill say? Mark, use your own music. It will make things easier. Also, make your own music available to vape reviewers. Yes, I agree, but it's proving that it's mine. That's the problem. Obviously, I haven't got it.
Do you have titles for them?
Yeah, of course I have.
Well, they can go ahead and Google it. You're not going to find anything.
No, but I suppose it's not the case of me proving it. It's the rigmarole of proving it. Do you understand? So like, you know,
have you copyrighted it?
No, I haven't copyrighted
then
it.
Then you're fine, because they'll go through the copyright database. If there's no copyright on it, then you'll be fine.
By the time that's done, how long's that strike gone?
They won't strike it.
But they will.
You don't want to chance it.
Yeah, I don't want to chance it. This is what I'm trying to get the point of. It's not the case of, I can prove that it's mine. That's not a problem. I could do that.
Chance.
But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for me to prove it to them, my video has got a strike, so I've got to take it down. So that means a strike. That means that I can't do the live show.
Right.
Until it's sorted out.
Point too, because it's like they're going to lose people on YouTube. They're going to lose people from their channels, and the reason for that is because, like you just said, you don't want to take that chance. People are going to start fearing YouTube, and that's going to drive people away from YouTube. It's not a good thing to have happen.
See, that's the downside. I mean, if I could get a hold of somebody and say, look, I'm going to start using my own music, is that all right? Are you happy with that? It's my own stuff. I record it myself and blah. And then all you have to have all you need is that one person turn around and say, oh, that's my music. And that's you striked. I've lost my live show for 3 months, until I can prove that music was mine.
Generally, that's unresponsive.
And it's so like, do I really want to go through that hassle? Now, I've seen quite a few, especially, I mean, obviously, when the Herbert went off, we know what we're on about. When that went off earlier on this year, channels were getting deleted, let alone striked. But there's other channels that's quite happy to do marijuana and everything, and similar channels, and they're fine. Yeah. But so like, as soon as a vape reviewer does it, they were getting strikes, and in fact, they was actually getting the channels taken down. So it's so like, as a creator and trying to forward yourself, I have always got this thing at the back of my mind, the worry that I've done something wrong before I've even done it, if you understand my meaning.
Yeah. You know, there are people out there, all right, that you just hit the nail on the head, are making these CBD and herbal weed videos and live streams on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. There's one person I have in my head, and I'm not going to mention any names, but they're what they classify as a YouTube persona, a YouTube vape persona, and they do vape, but 90% of those lives that I've watched have been, just straight up bong rips, and I'm sitting there going, this is not a good picture for us. This is not going to make people think differently about vapors. you know, and it irritates me that it's still up, because my one video that wasn't even close to being that got a strike and got me a 3-month ban. Yet they're still free to make these videos and these lives, and nobody's going to say anything or stop them. I mean, it's a little nuts.
Well, that always bothers me. I mean, so like that's why I've always stuck with the YouTube audio library, for that simple reason. I mean, don't get me wrong, the music on there's getting better. I've got to admit, it's getting a lot better than what it was when I first started using it. But it's so like I would have rather used the whole video. It's all mine, to be honest with you. It would be a lot nicer to have the whole video is completely all mine. But it's just that risk, and it's that risk that, so like, it wouldn't be so bad if, for argument's sake, that you had done something that's not part of the guidelines. If you'd have done something wrong, it would be nice if they'd contact you first and say, look, you're not supposed to be doing that, do you want to take that down? But it's not. It's almost like you're punished first, and then you have to prove that you haven't done anything wrong.
Right, which is weird, because like we've talked about before, when it came to the industry, and I am going to throw that company out there, Purge. When Purge Mods went after the industry, that's exactly what they did. They sent these shop owners and these manufacturers a letter stating that if they didn't stop, they were going to pursue legal action. They gave them a chance. And we don't even get that chance. And we don't even make money off these things. They've made hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more, in buying these, they're selling these clones, and we don't make a damn dollar off of them.
No.
Well, unless the channel is monetized, in which case you make a little bit. But I don't have a monetized channel. I don't. You know, and that's just, it's crazy. Like, they don't give you any chance to, you know, kind of redeem yourself. Not like, hey, you need to take this video down. If it's not down in like 48 to 72 hours. Then we're going to give you a strike on your account.
Honestly, regarding Purge, I would have much rather... I mean, all right, let's face it. Everyone's saying, well, it's going to take time and that. Well, they've watched your video, so they must have clicked a button. So it wouldn't have took them too long to send you an email.
I'm not sure. I don't think that they singled me out, to be honest with you. I don't think it's something where they watched my video. I think that they kind of knew that people were like making clone review videos, and so they just Googled it. They saw a couple, and then they filed a copyright claim to just kind of blanket everybody. Because, like I said, I'm not the only one that got a strike that day. There were several.
And the only reason why I think I never got a strike, literally, was because I didn't actually call it a purge. I just called it the enforcer.
Yep. You don't use purge. You don't use styled. You don't use clone.
So
if
I
you
think
don't
that is
use
the
those
only
target
reason.
words.
But I still ended up taking it down just in case. It's sort of like,
yeah,
I don't want to risk losing.
Like your music, you don't want to chance it, you know. And so that I'm the same way now. I'm very cautious about what I plan on putting up on YouTube.
I think what really bugs me. Love you too.
She says I love you too.
Aww.
Nice hat.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
Thank you. She says Captain Morgan.
Older than my daughter.
Oh, jeez.
But it's sort of like, I think what really bugs me more than anything else is sort of like how certain channels will completely get away with it. I mean, without sounding, and I'm not so like, there's a 4V vapes, if you know who they are, you know what I'm on about. How many reviews have they put up on YouTube and all of them are clones? And it's alright, are they getting affected? No. So it's alright, how come? It's alright, this is fair. If you're going to have a rule, let's have a rule. I don't mind having a rule as long as everyone's having the same rule.
Absolutely. Jay Jerry, on your comment there, they can't ask before you've done wrong, as your video would still be online if they wait for you to remove it. You're absolutely right, but, and here's the but, and because this is, here's the thing, when they give you a strike on a video, they don't remove your video. They disable it, so nobody can see it. They could have done that and sent you an email or some sort of a notification saying that we've disabled this video. We want you to take it down because of copyright claim or whatever it might be, and give you a certain time frame. And if that time frame isn't met and you haven't removed that video, then I can understand. But what they did with me is they left my video up. They just disabled it. I had to go in and manually remove it. So why couldn't they have done that and then sent us some sort of a notification saying we need you to pull this? You know.
I mean, I appreciate YouTube. I mean, I know they always, was it 500 videos every second go up on YouTube, and how they monetize that I will never know. And let's face it, we already know that it's not a person that's actually looking at our actual channels. It's a robot. It's an algorithm that's doing it. I just think that I always feel that sometimes that it's so like, you're allowed to play in our sandbox, but you've got to play by our rules, but we're not going to tell you what our rules are.
Right. I think actually Reverend Vape has it too. They're not Reverend Vapes, I'm sorry, Professor Vapes. Sometimes it comes down to how popular you are. You're absolutely right on that. I think that the more popular you are, the more subs and more followers that you have, more views that you have, the less likely you're to be touched.
I mean, Professor just said it there. 50 years worth of video go up every day.
Yep.
It's so like, wow. I mean, that you can't even imagine, can you, really, to be honest with you?
Yeah.
So it's so like, yeah, it just seems a little, it just seems a little bit unfair. See you later, Revs.
It definitely does. It does seem unfair.
It does.
In it, I don't know about even using the word seem. It is unfair. It's unfair for someone who's never caught a strike on their account before. That, you know, obviously, yeah, okay, it's a clone. I can see how it's copyright infringement, but, you know, it goes back to that same argument, and I'm not going to go back into it because I've said it 1,000 times already.
Well, it's time. That hour has gone by so quickly, it's unreal, and my nose is really... I've got ants in my nose now, so I am doing well. We've hit past 10. I know. We're so naughty. We're so naughty. We've gone over the hour. Right, I want to give a big shout out to my dear friend Kris Lethal Coils. Please go over and check him out. If you haven't subscribed, please go over and subscribe to him. He does amazing videos. He's just put up 2 new videos today. Juice reviews, I do believe. I haven't watched them. I will be watching them later on in a bit. So go over, check him out, give him the old like, give him the old subscribe. That would be absolutely awesome. Also want to give a big thank you to our spanners in chat. Thank you very much for looking after chat. And I want to thank you guys in chat as well. And from myself, thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. So I'm going to let Kris sign out with his usual banter.
Oh, my usuals. All right, guys. Big love. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Mark, for everything, for having the show, for having me be your co-host. This has been great, and I look forward to the future. So, yeah, again, thank you all so much for showing up and tuning in with us, having a great time. We love you all. So here we go, guys. Remember that we're the masters of our own destinies. We're the only ones in this world who can pick and choose how positive or negative our days are going to be. So keep that positivity high, keep the smiles on your faces, and let that negative just wash over your shoulders. Big love all. We will see you all again very soon. Peace.
One more thing before I do go. Don't forget, next week on next Thursday's Home Service Live will be on Facebook. All the information will be actually on the Home Service Crew Facebook page, so if you pop over there, all the details will be there, and they'll also be on Lethal Coils site as well. So yeah, obviously next Thursday it will be 7 o'clock till 8 on Lethal Coils Facebook channel. We will be back with you obviously the following week as back to normal as the home service is. Thanks ever so much for watching, and as always, happy vaping! Bye!
Yay!
Yay!
Hi-ho! Do that too well. Oh, man.
Right, good night all.